Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Magic and Miracles, where you learn how to be the magician of your life. My name is Anna, and I'm your most favorite manifestation coach under the sun. Reason why there's no such coaching like my coaching anywhere on the internet. True story. Reason why is nobody is thorough and nobody has the kind of program in coaching like I do. 2 to 3 months in coaching is what I recommend with me. All the information from me is below on my website. You have the choice between 3 packages of coaching. It depends on your personality, okay? There's audio unlimited exchange. It also includes a few phone calls. There's Zoom sessions unlimited, and there's also unlimited telephone session package, which also includes emails and text messages with me. Okay, so in either case, we interact 2 to 3 times per week. This, again, you won't find anywhere. Does not exist. Literally does not exist. I wanted to, not to brag on me, but to brag on the practice that I developed. Nobody has this type of coaching. And I wanted to develop this coaching that does not exist anywhere else. Literally, because first of all, I've been coaching for 8 years, but also when I started YouTubing, I did it for kind of like just to encourage people. Actually, around COVID is when I started kind of like playing around with this. But a year ago, somebody asked me to coach them, and I started coaching on YouTube. And so the pricing is not the same as it is outside YouTube. Everything is basically tailored to help and to not be what it is elsewhere, essentially, if that makes any sense. I think a lot of people misadvertise what a manifestor is to be and what coaching should be. I've watched tons of videos just like you, sent to me by my clients and different coaches and different everything. Nothing is like my coaching. Just trust me. I start with your childhood all the way up until today. I need to cover your history. I need to understand your blueprint, your thinking. Okay, mechanism has to change, essentially, the way you wired. I'm not going to propose to you that your life is going to change overnight. That's just a lie that people throw around like, oh, hoopla, here's some magic potion and, you're going to be completely transformed overnight. No, even if you know about manifestation, even if you have studied this for a long time, and even if you have, read books and la, you can tell me any story you want, but have you done the work on yourself? And if the answer is no, in the way that I do it, like literally excavating your most painful emotions that you've buried a long time ago. A lot of people don't want to go there, but that's what's necessary in order to transform, because you have to process those emotions. You have to make friends with who you are. Okay, really, from the tippy toes to the last ends of your hairs. You really have to make friends with who you are. Okay, from start to finish. I think then and only then, not I think, I know, you become a master manifestor. Because how else are you going to manifest something on purpose if you don't have control over your own physical apparatus, your emotional apparatus, your beliefs are not aligned with what you want to create, etc., etc. You need to start with you, okay? Again, all the information for me is below. If you have any questions about my coaching, I assume you're coming from YouTube, and so watch a few videos, okay? My personality comes pre-advertised. I'm very direct and honest. I do curse, just for emphasis only, not to disrespect anybody. And I require that you show up and do the work, because nobody else is going to do it for you. You have to allow me to guide you. Okay, so the subject of today is the power of replacing history. So this is going to be mega powerful. Okay, I almost like saved this for my private club, which by the way, you can join my private club either on YouTube or on my website. It's basically long form, in-depth conversations about the things that will go into my book, but also it's a higher level kind of discussion, not for beginners. I consider my channel to be a beginner level. Okay, so the power of replacing history is actually mega powerful method, which I kind of developed for myself. Everything I'm teaching, okay, is partially what I have taught myself. And also when I compared notes with other teachers like Neville Goddard and Bashar and this, that, and the other, even Abraham Hicks. Okay, I don't really like Abraham Hicks, parenthesis here. It's a long story why, but I'm not going to bore you with, I don't think she's channeling. Okay, let me just say it very politely. I don't think she's channeling at all. I think channeling represents a whole other kind of aspect of knowledge, and it's not copy and paste, which is why, like, when I listen back to myself, whenever I start channeling, I know I'm channeling. My physical mind, my human mind is not involved at all. So there is no copy and paste. There's some phrases that I repeat because that's the only way that I can describe certain things. But it goes into a whole other galaxy to the point where I literally don't remember. Like every time I get on a call with somebody, some other thing is present. Meaning my human mind is not present, but something much clearer and purer is present and talks to the point where I don't know who this person is. I don't. Okay. And so I've taught myself a lot of things, and this is a method that will serve you. Neville Goddard, used to call it revision. Revising the past, if you will, okay? The power of replacing the history. So let's start. Right now you have a problem, essentially. You have a problem of some kind, whether that's money or specific person or a career, right, situation that you've been struggling against for the longest time. So understand this personality right here is composed of beliefs, is composed of certain situations that you would rather not have, right? And so in order to be able to make immediate changes, you need to rescript your past. And so how do you do it? It isn't that you changed. Understand, this is the fundamental principle of manifestation. It is not that you changed. It's that you always were this way. This version of you who doesn't have any money right now or doesn't have your SP and this, that, and the other, whatever the problem is always going to be like this. I know it's depressing, but it's the truth. It's on a continuum. It's just that's the story, and that's is always going to be the story. Okay, the person who has the money, who has the SP, and who has everything under the sun that you want, has always had it, is married to that person right now, has the millions of dollars or whatever it is you want to have, lives in the place that they want, has the career, has the business, has the connections and this, that, and the other. Okay. And so literally, yes, it becomes that you need to be a lot sometimes delusional. People have a problem with this situation, becoming delusional. Play and pretend it's like you might say, oh, it's for children. Play and pretend. When I was a child and I would pretend that I was like the ruler of the universe. No, I mean, this is still applies. This is still the game that we're playing. Play and pretend is the most powerful technique in the universe. We're still children of the universe. Play and pretend. Examine that situation and watch reality change before your very eyes. I don't know how it works. Who gives a shit? It just works. I'm telling you, if you play and pretend like, oh, yes, I'm going to, I'm going to look at wedding dresses because my SP proposed to me just now. And other people might be like, I think we need to call a doctor. But in your mind, you're like so in concert with that reality that you're like, no, you need a doctor because you're not dreaming big enough. And that's upsetting to me, okay? The entire shebang, the entire situation around not having something in your reality which you want is believing in lack rather than abundance of the universe. Like the universe isn't stocked with everything that you wanted, right? It is. It's so abundant. Everything you want, you already have. Just understand. Here's the picture. My God, what's that woman's name? Anita Moorjani. I didn't want to be disrespectful towards her mispronouncing her name. So Anita Moorjani, I needed to look it up. You know her story, I'm sure. If you don't, then go look it up. She wrote a book. Literally described the universe as a fully stocked kitchen, but your beliefs illuminate the things available. And I would say the same. Beliefs are like literally, it's like glasses you put on, that some things that you really want are not visible to you. It's like physically not there because you don't believe that like you're worthy of the money, promotion, the SP, this, that, and the other, okay? If you want to experience real magic in life, become a different person. And there's a quote that I wrote down actually by me from the last audio because I re-listened to it. You're experiencing reality based on who you are. So true. Become a different person. If you, the number one magic that can be realized in your life is becoming a different person, becoming a better version of yourself, and allowing yourself to believe different things. Your beliefs are the ones that are keeping you from realizing your potential. The end. It's not that it's not there. It's not that it's not possible. It's that you don't allow yourself to go there. You're not making it visible for yourself. That's the whole thing. Because the truth in the matter is that you're already that being. You already have it. You're already complete, 100%. You're just putting on a costume of a person who doesn't have something because you think from that person's mentality, something that you've acquired, from your childhood, mama drama panorama, things that have happened. And for those, who have suffered real trauma, I'm not making fun, not even a little bit. What I'm saying though is that because you suffered the trauma, you are incapable of seeing different things other than through that trauma. Okay? Essentially, everything could be in shit right now. Like, literally, you woke up and it's like, fuck. This again, can't do it anymore. Like, please, this is obnoxious. Okay? Just remember, the next step you take is everything. It's everything. Everything can be in shit right now. In the next minute, everything can change. Why? Because you can become a different person. And so going back to the power of replacing history, you can I've done this numerous of times. Okay, and again, yes, delusion is necessary, but not in an irresponsible way, but in a completely responsible of becoming somebody different. And I wrote down certain things like this didn't happen this way, like the most traumatic of things for me. This didn't happen like this happened like that. And I didn't negate my creation. I just said this situation actually happened like this. So don't ever write like this did not happen. Don't write that. Just write what you would have preferred for it to be. Like, what would you like to replace the actual, you know already what the fuck the memory is. You don't need to retell the story. You just need to say what you want instead. This is what happened. This is what happened. This is what happened. And guys, may I tell you something? This works freakishly good. I mean, provided you believe it, right? Again, going back to beliefs, which is why in coaching, I examine beliefs of my clients. This is all I'm interested in. This is why I just, ask you to talk about your history, because from listening to it, I will understand what beliefs you have currently running your program, okay? Literally creating your 3D reality every single day, okay? And it works so well that again, I cannot explain it, but all of a sudden you will start receiving evidence, like physical evidence. Evidence in the circumstances, evidence in somebody texting you or somebody calling you, things being different. Okay, I don't know who the scientist was. I think maybe Tesla. I can't remember now, but I think one of those the greats. Well, who's greater than Tesla? Nikola Tesla, but. Some scientists said, when I realized that the universe is literally empty space and all perception, I became really concerned getting out of my bed, because I thought that I would just like fall somewhere into the empty space, something to that effect. I'm paraphrasing. And so for me, it actually has become exactly that, except it's like this. Every time I wake up, I'm like, I need to set the rules, which reality I'm waking up in. Don't forget that every time that you wake up, you reinsert yourself into this reality. Meaning, the past is what you say it is, and the future obviously depends on the past. But certainly in the present moment, you're choosing which timeline you insert yourself into. What you experienced yesterday means nothing, essentially. You are starting it all over. Every moment I'm brand new, like Bentinho Massaro says, who I love and adore also. He's on another level. I think he's so gone into his like galaxy of genius. He's like, it's sometimes when I listen to him, I'm like, you're gone. Like, I don't even begin to be, he's not practical to me anymore. Like if you listen to him, it's like, yeah, yep. You're a genius, but I don't, and maybe I'm not smart enough to understand what you're saying anymore. Sorry. He's wonderful though. He is very, very wonderful vibration around him. So it has to do with the choices that you make, essentially, right? The ideas you contemplate. So this morning you woke up, everything is in shit. That's what you remember. That is not the truth. And so now you suddenly start to carve out a new reality, a new situation. What was my day like yesterday? Literally, when I tell you this is how it works, this is how it works. What was my day like yesterday? You can rewrite the whole day. I had the best time, okay? My conversations went like this, and this is how I felt. And you can literally revisit the past and reconfigure it. Okay, now if you can do it with one day, you can do it with a decade. You can do it with 3 fucking decades. You can do it with your entire life. Is it delusional? I hope so. It does take delusion to start becoming a different person, because a different person out there, a different version of you, has an entirely different past. In order for you to be who you really want to be today, yeah, things have been different in the past. Duh, of course. No, it's not going to be the same boring, depressing shit. It's going to be something completely different. You are going to have to massage your brain, your physical mind, human mind's brain, into believing into a new reality, into something new. Because it's all on you. Too much pressure? Well, it's what it is. You are going to have to become somebody else in order to experience a different reality. And so this is an exercise of literally becoming whole and complete. You're already that person. You have never been lacking anything. You just deprived yourself of it for some reason, because of your beliefs. And so replacing lack with abundance is, in fact, shedding some kind of like a dumbass costume, okay, if I may, that you have put on because you have bought into Mama Drama Panorama, like I said, instead of buying into the ultimate person that you are, the ultimate divine, angelic, beautiful person inside and out that you are. And you always have been that person. You are made of light. You are guided divinely, spiritually, all the time. You have put on that bullshit costume. It's about time you take it off. Of some martyr, of some drama mama panorama, you need to start believing different things about yourself. Not that you bought into because of the human experience. You need to really elevate your thinking and consciousness to such a degree where I'm a superhero, you know? I was going to save it for another time, this little doom doom doom, Wonder Woman, doom 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 doom. Okay, become a superhero. That's who you really are. Shed those clothes and be like doom 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 doom. And that's the vibration that goes out into the universe and brings you back the most miraculous bullshit ever. Not bullshit. Amazing stuff, I should say. The vibration goes out and oh, you're a superhero? Oh, this is your past? Universe doesn't give a shit. Nobody takes score. Okay, it's oh, yesterday you were a loser and today you're a winner? No. Nobody does that. Nobody gives a shit. You could just become a winner in quotations overnight. Just by projecting this energy I'm a superhero. I'm now I have the W on me, as in Wonder Woman, or I'm Batman, or whatever, whoever. Comment below, who is your favorite superhero? Batman, or I love Batman. Oh my god, I love Batman. Anyway, that's the vibration that goes out, and you receive the basically according to your vibration, you receive the kinds of manifestations that are in sync with that personality, with that vibration, right? So if you're a superhero, you can go from zero to hero in an hour, in a second, in a millisecond. And I guess what scripting really is, and perhaps, my goodness, my brain has so many thoughts. I'm literally, every time I'm recording something, you have to understand, my challenge is not lack of topics. It's which one first, because so many things in my mind right now. It's difficult to just choose what to talk about. I could talk 24 hours a day, I think, and not run out of topics. It's a true story. So scripting doesn't work for people who misunderstand the practice. And so scripting, right? So what I'm discussing right now, the power of replacing history, it's aligned with a certain kind of energy. Right? So you were not this, this didn't happen and that didn't happen. So, okay, what happened instead? That event that you're replacing it with has a different energy. It has a different meaning, how you think of yourself, your self-esteem, etc., because you understand you're the creator of your life. And so that vibration then brings in a whole other situation. It's like creating miracles right on the spot, because you're no longer that person. Forget about the other old version of yourself who didn't have the SP, who didn't have the money, who didn't have the whatever. You are now a completely different person, like different person entirely. And so in order to become that person who believes that you are that person, you need to switch your beliefs, but you also need to have some kind of, flexibility in terms of imagination and understanding that this reality is not at all what you think it is. It's not at all what you think it is. It's not at all what you think it is. It's so malleable. It's like Legos. You're constructing it all day long, however you wish to construct it. That's it. You can go from 0 to hero, like I said, in a millisecond, if you believe you could. But that's truthfully the ability that you have to develop inside your mind by allowing yourself to relinquish whatever else kind of other things that you believed before, versus what you want to believe. And what you want to believe is just as valid. I know a lot of you love examples from practical life, and I will give you one. There have been tremendously many. This is why I'm writing a book, and this is why you should join my private club. But there was this one very easy example how I can illustrate this. Very easy. I live next to Fifth Avenue, and it's not. I'm not bragging, but I kind of inspiring everybody. It's my goal to do that, and I did it. I love flowers. My weakness is flowers. Love flowers. All flowers. And there's like this walk along this walk with my dog that I love walking my dog, and I love seeing flowers. In spring there was this particular path that we take along Fifth that all of a sudden they were building scaffolding around it. Now that was very unusual in the first place, because in that area that's not how it's done, if that makes any sense, whoever is from New York. But essentially I didn't care, but I said, this, no, scaffolding, no, you're not building anything. I need my flowers. I want flowers to be inspired on my walk with my dog. That's all I said. Under my breath, I'm like, I mind. I mind a lot. And like literally they were building it as I was walking my dog, and that's what I said. The next day, and mind you, scaffolding stays there for like 7 months, at least like 5, 6, 7 months, something like that. The next day, I walk my dog, and it's the same route that I take. And there isn't even a suggestion of scaffolding. Not a nail, not a shred of wood, nothing. Nada. It's literally as if it never was. Nothing. And my flowers are perfectly exposed, and I can enjoy them. Thank you. That's the magic power that you have. Now, look at this. If you could do this, if I can do this, you can too, first of all. Now, the second part is you can do this with money. You can do this with SPs. You can do whatever. You can change their personality. You can make money appear. You can do whatever the fuck you want. Universe is impartial, like I said. You're replacing the past. If you are that person with millions of dollars or what, with your SP, married, kids, la 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 la, who are you today, right now? Let's discuss the situation, maybe in coaching. But I understand a lot of people, and I sympathize, and I truly am totally compassionate, that it's hard to believe, having lived certain things that you have lived. But you can be anybody you want to be, anybody you want to be, anybody you want to be, anybody you want to be. The most treasuresome investment that you'll ever make. And I hope I deliver this message today in particular is investing in yourself, in understanding what makes you happy and how to become a better version of yourself. Excuse me. Just replace your history and watch the magic begin. Thank you very much for listening. All the information from me is below. Until next time. Ciao, ciao.